Did you know that Dolly Parton is not only a country music legend, but also a talented businesswoman and a great philanthropist? From a poor girl growing up in the mountains of Tennessee, she conquered the world with immortal songs like Jolene and I Will Always Love You. But behind the stage's glory, Dolly's life has unexpected stories. How has she been able to maintain a career at the top for more than 60 years? What is the secret to her optimism and happiness? A poor childhood in Tennessee. Dolly Rebecca Parton was born on January 19, 1946, in Tennessee, a poor rural area nestled in the Great Smoky Mountains. She was the fourth of 12 children, growing up in a family with extremely difficult circumstances, but full of love. Her father, Robert Lee Parton, was a tobacco farmer and did all kinds of manual labor to support the family. Although very hardworking and intelligent, he never went to school and could not read or write, which later had a profound impact on Dolly, motivating her to establish educational charity programs. Her mother, Avi Lee Owens, was a gentlewoman of Welsh descent and was the first person to inspire her daughter to music. She often sang folk songs and hymns to her daughter to sleep, thereby instilling in Dolly a passion for music from a young age. The Parton family lived in a small one-room log cabin with no electricity, running water, or heating. Life was so hard that every winter, the whole family would gather around the fire and share blankets to keep warm. Dolly's siblings had to sleep in the same bed, sometimes 3 or 4 of them sharing a blanket. Despite the poverty, she always maintained an optimistic spirit and often recalled her childhood with her humor. In many interviews, she joked, "We were so poor that I didn't know we were poor because everyone around me was." Although the family was poor, the family bond was always strong. Dolly's parents taught their children that the most valuable asset is not money, but love and effort. These are the values that shaped a strong, persistent Dolly Parton, who always cherished what she had throughout her life. From an early age, Dolly showed an innate talent for music. At home, she was not only lulled to sleep by her mother with folk songs, but also taught to sing hymns in church by her grandfather, a pastor. The days spent in the Tennessee mountains, surrounded by the sweet melodies of folk music, nurtured in her a strong love for music. From the age of 6, Dolly composed her first songs. Since she had no musical instruments, she often tapped on the table or used household items to create sounds. At the age of 7, she sang in public for the first time in her local church, where everyone was amazed by the clear and emotional voice of this little girl. At the age of 10, Dolly had the opportunity to appear on local Knoxville television, marking the first turning point in her singing journey. This was the first time she stood in front of the camera and showed her talent to a large audience. It was at this moment that Dolly realized that singing was not just a hobby, but a career that she would pursue for the rest of her life. Dolly did not have the money to buy a musical instrument, but at the age of 12, a kind relative gave her her first guitar. This was an extremely precious gift for a poor girl who loved music, and it became her first companion to help her compose and accompany her songs. Since then, Dolly spent all her free time playing the guitar, writing music, and practicing her voice. At the age of 30, she had an important turning point in her career when she recorded her first song, Puppy Love. Not only that, she was also invited to perform at the Grand Ole Opry, the cathedral of American country music. This was an extremely great honor for any young singer, especially for a 13-year-old girl from a poor, rural area of Tennessee. There, Dolly met the legendary Johnny Cash, who saw potential in the little girl and encouraged her to pursue a music career. Meeting Johnny Cash was a fateful moment. He told Dolly to always be herself, not to try to be someone else. Those words of encouragement were deeply engraved in her mind and became a guiding principle in her later career. When she reached adulthood, Dolly had no hesitation about the path she would take. At the age of 15, right after graduating from high school, she decided to leave her hometown of Sevierville and move to Nashville, the center of the country music industry, to pursue her big dream. The first steps. When Dolly Parton arrived in Nashville in 1964, she was just an enthusiastic 18-year-old girl with a big dream and a strong belief in herself. However, her career path was not a bed of roses. Initially, she did not attract much attention from record labels as a singer, but she made a stronger impression as a songwriter. With a natural talent for writing songs, she quickly began her career by writing songs for other singers. Dolly collaborated with her uncle Bill Owens, who helped her approach some of the major record companies and producers in Nashville. Her songs began to be performed by many artists, including Bill Phillips, who recorded Put It Off Until Tomorrow in 1966. The song became an instant hit, peaking at number 6 on the Billboard Hot Country Songs chart, marking Dolly's first success as a songwriter. This success helped her establish a reputation in the country music world, and artists began to seek her out for songs. Porter Wagoner, a popular country music star at the time, also performed many of Dolly's songs. Despite her success as a songwriter, Dolly always wanted to be on stage as a singer. After being rejected several times, she finally signed with Monument Records and began a solo career. After years of hard work, 1967 marked a milestone in Dolly Parton's career when she released her debut album, Hello, I'm Dolly. The album included many songs written by herself, including Dumb Blonde and Something Fishy. These were songs that were very much Dolly's style, showing her intelligence, humor, and strong personality. Although the country music industry at that time was largely dominated by men, with her unique voice, confident performance style, and profound lyrics, Dolly quickly made her mark. Dumb Blonde, a song that challenged the stereotype that blonde women were often considered dumb, became a hit on the country charts, reaching number 24 on the Billboard Hot Country Songs. This was the first proof that Dolly was not only a talented songwriter, but also a potential singer. The album Hello, I'm Dolly was not an immediate hit, but it was enough to attract critical attention and gain her a loyal fan base. This success also opened the door to one of the most important opportunities of her career, working with Porter Wagoner. One of the most important people who helped further Dolly's career was Porter Wagoner, one of the leading country singers of the 1960s. After hearing Dolly's songs, Porter believed that she had the potential to become a big star. When the female singer, on his popular television show, The Porter Wagoner Show, left in 1967, he immediately hired Dolly to replace her. Initially, the show's audience was not enthusiastic about Dolly because they were too familiar with her predecessor, Norma Jean. However, with her natural talent, charm, and unique voice, Dolly gradually won the hearts of the audience. Within just 1 year, she became the shining star of the show and attracted a large number of fans. The collaboration with Porter Wagoner not only gave Dolly a solid foundation in her career, but also brought her a series of greater opportunities. Porter not only helped her appear regularly on television, but also supported her in signing a contract with RCA Records, one of the largest record labels at that time. In addition, Porter and Dolly also became a successful singing duo. Together, they released many successful duets, such as The Last Thing on My Mind, Holding On to Nothing, and Just Someone I Used to Know. These songs not only climbed the charts, but also helped Dolly affirm her position in the country music industry. The Porter Wagoner Show was a crucial launching pad for Dolly's career. Her frequent television appearances made her a household name across the United States. However, despite her gratitude to Porter Wagoner, Dolly always had ambitions to pursue a solo career rather than remain a duet singer. This eventually led to disagreements between the two, but there is no denying that Porter Wagoner played a key role in making Dolly a true star. Breakthrough and great success. In 1973, Dolly Parton released Jolene, one of the most famous and iconic songs of her career. It was not only a huge hit, but also became one of the most covered country songs in history. Inspired by a real-life situation in Dolly's life, the song tells the story of her fear of losing the person she loves to another woman, a beautiful girl with blue eyes, bright red hair, and an irresistible charm. In an interview, Dolly revealed that the name Jolene was taken from the name of a little girl she met at an autograph signing. When the girl asked for an autograph and Dolly asked her name, the girl replied, Jolene. Dolly was immediately drawn to the name and decided to use it for her song. The song immediately reached #1 on the Billboard Hot Country Songs chart, marking a turning point in Dolly's career. Many artists have covered the song since then, including Miley Cyrus, The White Stripes, Olivia Newton-John, Beyoncé, and Pentatonix. Just a year after the success of Jolene, Dolly Parton continued to affirm her talent with I Will Always Love You, an emotional ballad that not only became one of the best country songs of all time, but also conquered the hearts of millions of music lovers around the world. This song was written by Dolly to say goodbye to Porter Wagoner, the man who helped her start her career, but also the person she wanted to leave to develop her solo career. This is not a love song for a lover, but a sincere and emotional tribute to an important person in her life. Elvis Presley once offered to record the song, but asked for partial copyright, which Dolly refused. It was a difficult decision, one she never regretted. Nearly 20 years later, in 1992, the song made waves again when Whitney Houston performed it in the movie The Bodyguard, taking the song to new heights. This version reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 14 consecutive weeks, becoming one of the biggest hits in music history. Dolly once shared that when she heard Whitney's cover, she cried with emotion. The success of the song earned her millions of dollars in royalties, but more importantly, it became a timeless musical legacy. Dolly Parton always wanted to expand her horizons. When she entered the late 70s, she decided to turn to pop music, a risky decision that also brought great success. In 1977, she released the album Here You Come Again, marking a major change in her musical style. This was her first album to combine country and pop with a lighter, more modern sound, helping her reach a wider audience. The title track, Here You Come Again, was an instant hit, earning her first Grammy Award for Best Female Country Vocal Performance. This success showed that Dolly was not only a country artist, but could also shine in the popular music market. In the following years, she continued to release more pop-influenced songs such as Baby I'm Burning, Two Doors Down, and Starting Over Again, all of which helped her expand her fan base and cement her status as a global star. Not stopping at music, Dolly Parton continued to expand into the film industry with the movie 9 to 5 in 1980. This comedy not only helped her prove her acting ability, but also brought her one of the biggest hits of her career. The theme song 9 to 5, written and performed by Dolly herself, not only reflected the injustice towards women in the workplace, but also became one of the most prominent songs of the 80s. This song reached #1 on both the Billboard Hot 100 and Billboard Country charts, making her one of the few country artists who could conquer the pop music market. In addition, Dolly's role in the movie also received a Golden Globe nomination, marking the beginning of her success in the film industry. The success of 9 to 5 paved the way for her to appear in many other films, such as The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, 1982, Steel Magnolias, 1989, and many others. Throughout her career spanning more than 6 decades, Dolly Parton has achieved an incredible amount. Over 3,000 songs written, many of which have become classics. 25 #1 songs on the Billboard Hot Country Songs chart, more than any other female artist. 11 Grammy Awards, along with 50 nominations, making her the most nominated female country artist in history. A member of the Grand Ole Opry since 1969, Dolly Parton is not only a musical icon, but also one of America's most philanthropic and entrepreneurial artists. After decades of dedication to the arts, she continues to make a profound impact on the community through her philanthropic activities, business, and pop culture footprint. Life behind the spotlight. Dolly Parton is especially interested in education and children. In 1995, she founded Dolly Parton's Imagination Library, a program that gives free books to children from birth to 5 years old to encourage a love of reading from a young age. To date, the program has sent more than 200 million books to children around the world. In addition to education, she has also made important contributions to the medical field. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Dolly donated $1 million to Moderna's vaccine research and development, contributing to speeding up the process of finding a solution to fight the virus. She has also been active in supporting victims of natural disasters, especially after the devastating wildfires in her native Tennessee in 2016, when she donated millions of dollars to help affected families. Not only is she an artist, but Dolly Parton is also a talented businesswoman. One of her greatest successes is the establishment of Dollywood, a theme park with a strong Southern cultural imprint. Located in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, Dollywood attracts more than 3 million visitors each year, creating thousands of jobs for local people. In addition to the theme park, she has expanded into many other fields, such as restaurants, fashion, perfume, and products under her brand. Her business acumen has helped her build an empire worth hundreds of millions of dollars, proving that her talent does not stop at music. Dolly Parton has been an endless source of inspiration for many generations of artists, from Taylor Swift and A.C. Musgraves to young artists in the country music industry. Her songs, like Jolene and I Will Always Love You, not only live forever, but are also covered by many artists, bringing her music closer to the modern audience. Besides music, Dolly is also a familiar character on the screen. She appeared in many famous TV shows, movies, and sitcoms, bringing laughter and warmth to the audience. In particular, with her unique fashion style, bright blonde hair, and charming humor, she has become a popular culture icon, loved all over the world. Dolly Parton is one of the biggest stars in the music industry, but her husband, Carl Dean, has largely kept a low profile. So what has kept their marriage strong for more than 58 years amid a tumultuous Hollywood? Let's explore this special story. Marriage and personal life. Dolly Parton and Carl Dean married in 1966, and despite being one of the most enduring couples in the entertainment industry, their marriage has always been kept private from the public. Carl Dean is not active in the entertainment industry, but runs a road and asphalt business in Nashville. He stays away from the glitz of Hollywood and rarely appears in front of the camera with his wife. Dolly once shared that, from the first time she met Carl outside the wishy-washy laundromat in Nashville, she knew he was the man for her. At that time, she was 18 years old and had just come to Nashville to pursue a singing career, and Carl was 21. After 2 years of dating, they married on May 30th, 1966, in a private ceremony attended only by Dolly's mother and a pastor. Because her management company advised her to focus on her career first, Dolly and Carl chose to have a simple wedding instead of a big one. During their 58 years of marriage, the couple maintained a peaceful, scandal-free life. Although they rarely appeared together in public, Dolly always affirmed that Carl Dean was the man who loved and supported her. He liked a quiet life, often staying at home while his wife toured everywhere. Dolly once humorously said that it was this contrast that made them happy. He's not a country music fan. He doesn't care about fame. But he's my #1 fan. Although she has no children, Dolly Parton has never felt lonely. She considers the children she helps through the Dolly Parton's Imagination Library charity as her family. She once confided that if she had children, she probably wouldn't be able to devote as much time and energy to her career and charity work. Instead, she uses her love to give through music and programs to help children. In 2016, on their 50th wedding anniversary, Dolly and Carl held a grand ceremony to renew their wedding vows, this time with the participation of family and friends. This proves that, despite being together for more than half a century, their love is still as strong and sincere as it was in the beginning. Life philosophy and views on fame. Dolly Parton is not only a musical icon, but also a person with a profound philosophy of life. She always believes that success is not only measured by money or fame, but, more importantly, by how a person treats himself and those around him. Despite owning hundreds of millions of dollars in assets and being one of the richest artists in the world, Dolly still maintains a simple, close lifestyle and always keeps an optimistic and humble spirit. Dolly was born into a poor family in the mountains of Tennessee, where everything was lacking. She once said that during difficult times, her mother, a strong woman, taught her children how to see the positive even in the worst situations. Therefore, she always believes in maintaining an optimistic spirit and never giving up. Dolly often said, "If you want the rainbow, you got to put up with the rain." This quote not only reflects her personal experience, but also serves as a guiding principle for life. Success does not come easily. It requires hard work, sacrifice, and failure. She has faced many difficulties in her career, from being rejected by record labels, being underestimated when leaving Porter Wagoner's band to pursue a solo career, to many people doubting her ability to succeed in business. But instead of being discouraged, Dolly persevered through it all. And today, she is recognized worldwide not only as a talented artist, but also as a successful businesswoman. A typical example of her perseverance is the song, "I Will Always Love You." When it was first released in 1974, the song was a huge success. But when Dolly asked Elvis Presley to cover it, he demanded that she sell the rights to him. Despite the huge opportunity, Dolly refused because she believed the song belonged to her. Later, when Whitney Houston re-recorded the song in 1992 for the film The Bodyguard, it became one of the biggest hits of all time, earning Dolly tens of millions of dollars in royalties. She once shared, "I cried when I heard Whitney sing that song, but they weren't tears of regret, they were tears of joy because I knew I did the right thing." Despite her worldwide fame, Dolly never let fame change her. She always remained humble and never considered herself superior to others just because of her wealth or fame. She rarely brags about her wealth and always gives most of her income to charity or invests it in meaningful projects. Dolly is also very conscious of how others perceive her. She once said, "I know I have a flashy appearance, but that doesn't mean I don't take myself seriously. I always want to bring joy to people, but I also want them to see that I have intelligence and compassion." What's special about Dolly is that she never tries to change herself to fit other people's standards. When she first entered the music industry, many people advised her to change her style to look less flashy or more like a traditional country singer. But she stuck to her image, the big hair, the bright clothes, and the bubbly personality. She believes that everyone has the right to express themselves in their own way as long as they are happy with it. Once, when asked about her signature style, Dolly joked, "Many people say I look like a Barbie doll, but I don't mind. Barbie dolls are also a great role model. She can do anything." Dolly always emphasizes that success is never just the result of an individual. She is grateful to those who have helped her on her career journey, from family and friends to fans. Therefore, she always tries to use her fame and fortune to help others. In many interviews, she often said, "I never forget the difficult days, and I know that without the people who love me, I would not have today. So I always try to repay the favor by helping others have the opportunity to fulfill their dreams." So what about you? Is there a quote from Dolly or another famous person that has motivated you in life? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. We would love to hear from you. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more interesting updates. Thank you, and see you in the next videos.